Ow! Oh! That was supposed to be the jokey opening. That really did hurt. Yes, Ramona and I really did spend an entire month with our mouths taped shut, but just at night. So first, the preamble, what this is all about. Then we'll come back with a discussion on why we did it and how it all turned out. Ramona and I will be back in a moment, and we'll go over how and if this all worked for us. First of all, let me explain, give you some background, what this whole mouth taping business was all about, where it came from, and why we chose to give it a try. The spark that lit this fuse came from, well, my Ramona. She's the spiritual one. I'm the comedian, which means I'm cynical about pretty much everything, but I'm game to try most non-lethal things. This specific adventure was started by this fellow, James Nestor, science journalist and author of the book Breathe, which explores the data behind breathing. A couple of things I want to say from the outset. We are not endorsing this book. Nestor is not a doctor. The concept of the importance of breathing is absolutely not new if you're a human, or if you're into Buddhism or yoga, or if you're faking an orgasm. When I was studying acting, we had to learn to use our diaphragm and find the voice in our chest and not squeeze our voices up into our larynx. Singers learn to breathe. Dancers learn to breathe. This is not new. Tibetan monks have been doing this for thousands of years. Nestor talked about deep divers. But even with this wealth of knowledge, I think it's safe to say that few of us breathe well. At least we don't breathe well all day. Most of us have wonderful morning voices, but as the day progresses, we push our voices into our throats so we all sound like chipmunks, which in turn makes us more uptight. We really don't understand the implications of not breathing well. According to Nestor, there are many benefits, and he has done a really good job of explaining a lot of concepts from a variety of sources. I will not be discussing his claims in depth because the point of this video for us was to just take one tiny, doable activity to see, one, if we could actually do it, two, see what difference it made, and three, was it something we were willing to continue? I'll get to the main reason we wanted to try this later with Ramona. Here are some of Nestor's claims as to the benefits of breathing through your nose and learning to breathe deeply and slowly. Decreasing inflammation of the body by increasing circulation. Using alternate nostril breathing to improve creativity. Charging up our immune responses. Relieving constrictions in the body. Relaxing you and decreasing panic for those of you who panic a lot. Increasing caloric burning. Rebuilding bone in the nasal passages, and because apparently our nostrils are lined with the same erectile tissue that gives us orgasms, there is a direct connection between healthy breathing and better sex. He talks about generating nitric oxide, which apparently does this vasodilation thing, and then he connected that to Viagra. Okay, I didn't have to hear any more. Deep breathing is way cheaper. Nestor pitched the idea that we are changing the shape of our faces and breathing passages for the worse by not breathing deeply and eating pre-chewed industrialized food. If we learn to breathe more slowly and be more conscious of our breathing, we could possibly remove those C-pap machines and live healthier lives overall. Again, these are Nestor's claims. You can read his book yourself and watch his interviews. Okay, the preamble is done. I hope all of you out there understand what the premise behind this entire little taping our mouths for a month adventure was all about. But you're the one who instigated it. Why? Why did you do this? You're the one who listened to James Nestor first.
Because I wanted to sleep at night. I wanted to stop you snoring.
Was that it?
Well, I already practice a lot of the breathing things.
Right.
And I sort of knew about them from a different perspective.
You listened to Nestor reading his book called Breathe.
Yes.
Right, so that's where all this came from. And where did you get the idea to listen to the book to begin with?
A friend of mine highly recommended it.
Okay.
That was it.
And then did you read it with the idea of stopping me from snoring? Or is that something you discovered while you were reading it?
It made perfect sense because you snore when your mouth drops open, which means the air, you're breathing through your mouth.
So then one day you came up to me and said, I'm taping your mouth shut. But
Yes.
at night.
Yes.
But we didn't use that blue tape. We used, where is it? We used this surgical, is that surgical tape?
I don't know. It's first aid tape.
First aid tape. And,
Fine.
yeah.
It's got the perforations.
So it's easy to tear off, and then we put it on every single night. And you've been doing it. So we did it for a month. And we're still doing it, aren't we?
Well, you are.
You've stopped?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, you snore too, you know.
But I wear a mouth guard, so I'm always clenching.
that's
So
right.
if I'm clenching,
You're a
I
teeth
can't-
grinder, aren't you?
not a grinder, clencher.
Clencher, teeth clencher.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
Creates
another.
a nice strong jaw.
We've got many videos to tape on all our mutual ailments.
and
so
we're
I did.
still together.
Yes, we are. And so I did. And I thought it was weird, but I thought, okay, let's do it. And honestly, the first couple of nights, it was really uncomfortable, the tape on the mouth. But I got used to it.
Didn't bother me at all. But
Okay.
I didn't do as big a piece as you.
Yeah, the first piece I put on was huge, but I got a big frickin' mouth, and I thought I needed a lot of tape to keep it shut. Okay, verdict. Did it work?
For the most part, yes. There are times where your jaw drops, and you can get a little bit of sound ringing through the corners of your mouth.
So I
But
should take
But
my
for the
entire
most
mouth.
part, it's made a huge difference.
Okay, well that's good to hear. I have to say that I had no trouble sleeping. The premise was that I would actually have a better sleep. Is that one of the things he mentioned?
Well, yeah. Because of the way you're taking in the air and it's going through all the turbinates in your nose, so it's being prepared properly, and the exchange of the oxygen and carbon dioxide is much better because it's a slower process than always going through your mouth.
So we don't have any scientific data to back it
He
up.
does.
No, but I'm saying for us, anecdotally, I've been sleeping better.
Yes.
But that could be psychosomatic.
It could be. But if it's working, who cares?
Yeah, and I think even your little snoring events stopped. I don't think I've done that horking snore where I wake myself up.
Oh, yeah.
Where that just scares me to death. But I did notice once where I'm snoring. I was snoring way deeper down in my chest cavity. I did.
But the only way to do that is the back of your throat relaxes too much.
That's right. So I'm not. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's the result. I guess we'll end that here. It worked for us. For those of you who are having snoring issues, it's a non-health threatening thing to do.
Non-invasive.
Non-invasive. Like I said in the main part of the video, we are not endorsing anything that Nestor has put forward in his book, but it was worth a try, and I'm still doing it, and happily so. So as long as if it's a way to not disturb your sleep, because I love you, I'm going to keep doing it because it's an interesting experiment. Till next time, denizens, cover your mouth and be seeing you.